Hello and welcome to Pick and Booze Vintage. I am Shannon. I'm coming to you live from the shop. I want to talk to you about the new IOD products. I want to show you them up close and personal. Then I want to do a little demo on the new transfer, the new 12 Ever Blooming Roses. I can't wait to show you guys what that looks like. I'm sure most of you have already seen it. They should be getting to all of your stockists pretty soon. I know there was a little delay with the transfers as opposed to the other products like the molds and all of that stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm live. I'm going to pull up it on my computer. I'm just going to peek real quick, do a refresh. Where is it? There's refresh. And let's just make sure because sometimes Facebook can be kind of finicky, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, there I am. Okay. And there's words going across the screen, so that means I must have captioning on. I'll put the comments up too. I'll try to monitor those as best as I can. Was that one or two? One. Bad? It's not a one. Oh, okay, that's fine. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm live, Michaela. Thanks for joining me. All right, I want to turn on my screen because what we're going to do is I'm going to show you up close what all the new products look like. I know they came out last week, but I was out of town. I'm back. I'm ready to show you. I'm ready to do this live. I have all the pictures ready to go. So let me just make sure I have, whoops, wrong one. Here we go. Let's do, I just want to share my screen real quick so I can show you because you don't want to see me. You want to see the new products. So let's do this. Here we go. Here is the first one. This is a mold. Now this mold is really a lot of fun. Let me show you. Here's some of them precasted. These are what, see how cute those are? Really cool. They'll make great folk pieces. This is called Primitive. So this is a new mold, came out for summer collection 2023. And here is another mold. Now I love this mold. This is the Juliet. Now the Juliet is one that it's all one ginormous piece. Now this one you can make, look at that. How beautiful is that? It can be a little finicky when you're trying to get out of the mold. I froze mine, but word of advice, make sure you let it totally thaw before you start to use it. And here is a picture of it just out of the mold. Look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that beautiful? That is called Juliet. Now, real quick, I want to share my screen because I want to show you what, and hopefully that screen will go blank. Where is it? It's over here. This is the one that I made, and there's a YouTube video on it. Look at I wrapped it all the way around, and I put a bunch of the Amy Howard products on there. Cracked gesso, milk paint. There's a how-to online, but this was so much fun. Okay, so I'll put that back and go back to just this screen. Oh, whoops. Let me go back. I was here. All right. Now let's go to the adornment. Look at this one. Isn't this beautiful? Let's scroll over here. So here's the back of the case, and it shows you being used. And here, now look really carefully at these. You'll notice with the IOD molds, look how amazing these are. They not only tell you how many milliliters of resin you need, it tells you exactly how much clay you need, but there's also that beautiful micro rim, which is awesome for getting a clean mold. Like there's no extra clay hanging off the sides or anything. And here is a view of it. These are cast with the, I believe it's with the air dry clay. These are IOD photos. Not mine, not this one. Now the paint inlays. This one here, guys, I love it. I don't have a clue on how to say the word because it is a, it's French, and I didn't take French, but it's Trompoli Laurel. Anyway, I used this one on a table. Came out beautiful. Now the paint inlays, they take a little bit of getting used to, but they're so beautiful. Look, you get 4 sheets. Look at all the exquisite detail you can create with these. You just cut them apart and use the parts that you want. Like these beautiful roses here, they could be the centerpiece. And then, of course, you've got some trim. I've seen people put these on. Oh, here we go. Look, stairs. Gorgeous. Here's another example. Somebody put this on a dresser. And there's one other one over here. And look at this one. This one's a buffet or a small cabinet. Look how gorgeous. That green is just amazing with this color. It's more of a beige-ish transfer, or excuse me, paint inlay. But it also comes in. Oh, here's it up close again. Look at these. Look at the detail. It's just amazing. Look how beautiful these are. And there's 2 more pages. Look at these. These go with these here. So you can make them as long or as short as you want it to be. But look, it also comes in blue. This one's gorgeous too. Just depends on if you want it to be blue or beige for your project. All right, so let's scroll through. So here, same exact pattern, just a simple different color. Now look at this. Oh my gosh, I never saw this picture before. I don't know why. I guess I never paid attention. But look how beautiful that is on an old pot. And you can get a plastic pot and paint it to make it look old, and then put the paint inlay on top. Now, I know some people struggle with the paint inlay. Let me just come back to you real quick. I know some people struggle with the paint inlay, but if you ever have any questions or you have any doubts, I've got several videos, but you can also reach out to me. You can DM me, you can message me. I can do a one-on-one with you. Even if it's online, I would love to be able to help, because these paint inlays are amazing, but you have to actually use them, try them, and you just can't, they're not, you should practice with them. So like start with this. These ones are perfect to use, these new ones here, because they're just bite-sized small pieces. You're not doing like a repeating pattern. So it's just a lot easier to use. But anytime you have any paint inlay question, I'm sure your local IOD stockist or me, or you can reach out to one of us. We'll be happy to help you, because these are amazing. Okay, moving on to the stamps. This one is called Pennsylvania Folk. It goes along with the Primitives mold, but look at this. Look at the detail on these. You just stamp these on. You could color them, paint them, do repeating patterns. There's already so many awesome examples out there, especially in the Ion Orchid Designs tribe. If you haven't joined that yet, you should join there. There's all kinds of great ideas. Here's a few ideas. This is on the back of the packaging. Isn't that beautiful? So it looks good with a black background. It looks good with that brown background. So many things. And next is the adornment stamp. This one, look at these, all this detail for repeating patterns. You'll notice in the middle here where the stamp ends, it'll meet back on the other side. So they'll always meet and match perfectly. They've even thought of like curves. So if you have a curved surface, or corners, you have the corner pieces too. So this stamp, there's so much you can do with this one. You just have to think a little bit, have a plan in mind, because you have to use the same stamp over and over. Like, oops, I guess I went out of order. Anyway, I did a really cool little round table. I don't have a picture on right here, but there's a YouTube video on it, and you can check that out on my YouTube. It's super easy. And the next one is the rural scenes. Oh my goodness, people. This one is a 2-parter. Look at all the little scenes that are here. You have little people working in their farms. There's even a little puppy in there. All different sorts of trees. Look at this. We have fancy people dressed up with old clothing. There's canoes. And let's go back to the other one. Let's go this one. And look, there's little cottages. There's flying birds. There are lambs or sheep. There's a puppy, another dog, a bull, or a cow, whatever you want to call him. And there's even a little goat. But let me show you what I did with this one. Now, this one was fun. I found this in an estate sale. Look at this. This was $5 in estate sale, and I got this because I knew I had already previewed what the Rural Scene stamp was going to look like. See all the little birds and stuff on here? This one has roosters, but what I did was I grabbed a picture from the thrift store. It was like a light blue. This is also on YouTube. And then I took the stamps and I created my own scene. So instead of chickens being up front, I have cows and sheep. But what you do is you layer them, and in the video it tells you like how you can mask your stamps so you can layer them, and how to make sure you don't lose your mask, because there's so many little pieces that you can lose them. Like I dropped one on the floor. I was looking forever, and it happened to be on the floor by my dog, but I did find it. So but the masks are very important for the stamp, because you definitely have to mask when you're layering. You don't want to stamp over them without using a mask. Look at this. So this is on a dresser front. All right, now we get to Reverie. I'm bad with the names. Anyway, so look, they're bringing back the angel. This one used to be, looks kind of like the Friffery stamp, right? Has some of the same features. This one is also a two-part. I'm just trying to show you up close what they look like. Look at all the extra design pieces you can use. Look at those. And you just build them together, and there are masks for this one too. Now, such fine little teeny details, and it's just amazing how you can use all the different pieces. Let's go to the second page. So there are 2 pages. Now you'll notice on this page, there's the angel with the wing. The angel on top. So there's 2 angels. One is facing one direction, one's facing the other direction. So depending on your project and which way you want her to face. And look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. All right. So let's move on. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here's an example. So this is on the back of the packaging. You can see how they created a frame and use all the little pieces and stamps just to create a very Frenchy frame looking. Oh, here we go. This one's out of order. This was the backing to the adornment. So let's look. So you can do circles, squares, and just some fine details. But look how much they add to the drawers on these dressers. Aren't those incredible? And you can do them in any color combinations you want. It's just a fun stamp. And you can do it for so much more than just around your dressers. But let's move on. Okay, now we're getting to the transfers. These are amazing. This is just the front. It's called the Botanist. Let's get into it. Here is the back. It is 4 pieces. And you just line them up and you rub them on, and they create these looks. Look, let me show you what it looks like on a pink dresser. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Here it is on a blue dresser. And here it is on a white, looks like a headboard turned into a bench. So it even looks good on like a whitish creamish color. It's just very versatile. And you don't have to use the whole part. You can just cut some of that little banner of the roses out. You can cut the center out where it says Botanist and all the words. You can use it as you want. Okay, so here's up close. Look at the gorgeous detail. There is so much beautiful shading going on. Look at these flowers. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the last page. And look at the bow. It's even, you can see the crinkles and the shading. That's beautiful. Okay. And here is another new one. I don't know how to say this one either. And I've heard the sisters say them, and I practice them, and then when I get on screen, I just forget. I guess camera fright maybe. I don't know. LSM. Anyway, look at the vibrant colors of this one. This one is also 4 sheets. You can use them together as one, or you can use them separate. Let me show what I'm talking about. So here on this green dresser, they have it where they've just taken one sheet, put it up the right-hand corner, and another sheet on the bottom left corner, which is a very good look. Over here, they chose to use all 4 sheets and stuck it right in the middle of this blue dresser. And then on this one, they just went simply along the bottom. But as you can see, 3 different looks from 4 sheets of transfer. So you can do it any way you want. You can use part, all, or whatever section you want. Maybe you just need that little small white, those daisies, you can cut them out and rub them on. All right, let's look up close. Look at the detail on these. The shading, the different colors, the different flowers. And even included in this one, there's some, looks like old newspaper print in the back. Sheet 3 and sheet 4. Okay. And this is the 3rd one. We have one more after this one. This one I'm going to demo real quick. Okay, so this one is called Seed Catalog. Yes! I can say this one, Seed Catalog. Now this one is going to be very similar to the melange transfer, the one that had little seedling packets and stuff, and the roses. So it's going to be very similar, same size. It's smaller. I think it's 8 by 12. The other ones were 14 by 16. They're just bigger. I think 12 by 16. All right, so let's get into this one. This one has 8 sheets. It's perfect for smaller projects. There's a little book cover or journal cover. You can frame them and hang them on the wall. This one looks like it's on a small, maybe small nightstand. Maybe it's a jewelry box. I can't really tell. But we're going to get into all of these up close. Let's look at all of these real quick. Look at that. Rockford, Illinois. That's where my sister was born. All right, look at how vibrant and beautiful these colors are. And then we have, oh, look at this one on the top there. That's exact. It looks just like the 12. It is 12 ever blooming roses. It's just a smaller of the next transfer. Some peas, strawberries. I love the way that they've included these bright colors, but they also have the sepia, the more monotone colors. Some more flowers, some more seeds and flowers. (1911) Maze catalog, very cute. Peaches, I think they're peaches. No, plum. Let me zoom in. Look, plum and little girl. There's the peaches, I think. Are those peaches? I think they are. All right. Strawberries, blackberries, cherries, and then a very cute seed packet. Now, the 12 ever blooming roses. This one is 4 sheets. It's called May Roses. I always call it 12 blooming roses, but it's May's Roses. I think you could probably refer to it any way you want to, but it's May's Roses. 12 ever blooming roses is actually part of the transfer, but I always call it that. I don't know. I probably because it sticks out more than the May transfers. So here we go. Look how gorgeous this is. You can use it all together, and that's on a, I can't tell if that's a deep white or a light blue. This is it on naked wood. Look at that. It just pops off there. And it even looks great on the green. Look at that. And here they chose to take it out of that traditional circle and do it like this. And then here's just the up close of each sheet. Just look at the detail and the shading. And this one right here, this is the one that we're going to rub on today. We're going to put it on. Okay, I'm back. We're going to put it on this right here. I'm just going to do a short, quick little demo, and then we're going to call it a day. What I want to show you, though, is how easy they go on. What I did here is I've already painted, got it ready, and I did choose to go ahead and put a layer of clear coat on here. If you have enough dry time, you don't have to use clear coat, especially if you're using an all-in-one paint. But definitely always make sure it's dry and ready to go. You know what? I haven't even checked comments. There we go. I got, hey, Kim. I got all kinds. Hey, Cheryl. S'more7. I don't know your first name. Barbara. Thank you for joining me, Sandy. Okay. Let me demo this real quick. I'm going to set up a different camera for this because I want you guys to see up close. So we're going to switch to this really quick, I think. Let me check it and make sure it's got a good angle. There we go. So this, I can show you exactly where I'm going to put it on and how I'm going to do it. So there's a part on here that I want to save because I don't want to put it. I'm going to use this and put it right here in the center. But this little M, I don't need that there. So I'm going to cut that off and save it because that goes with the word maze. And if I want to save that for later, I'll have it. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off real quick and save it. Again, these transfers are so versatile. You can cut the pieces off that you need, that you don't need. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, so all you need to do is remove the backing. And you're going to decide on placement. Now, I just had my... Oh, here it is. I knew I had it. And you need this. It comes... All of the transfers come with this. This is the little tool. All right, let me get down here. Now, there are some bumps on here. You could probably see it pretty good on the camera. This is just sea spray. I wanted some texture additive on here. I wanted it to look really old or oldish. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle. I think that's middle-ish. It's hard to tell when you're this close. There we go. And now you just take your little transfer tool and I'm just going to rub. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult around the sea spray bumps, but when I'm taking off the backing, if there's any part that sticks, I can just lay it back down and rub and make sure I get it off. You can generally tell that your transfer has gone onto your piece when it becomes translucent. But this is already kind of lighter, so it's kind of hard to tell. With the colored ones, it's a lot easier. But I'm just going to give it all a nice rub real quick. Then after I get it off, definitely want to go back and seal it. You can do it with a clear coat. Some people use wax. I don't typically use wax, but to seal them, I always prefer something that I know is going to make it stay on. And I just feel like that's, for me, it's clear coat. It doesn't matter what brand. Okay, I'm going to start peeling it back and see if I've missed any sections. Little piece, just put it back down. These come off really easy. If there's anything that's stuck, it's because I know that I missed the rubbing on it. There we go. One little piece there. Oops, there we go. And it also helps if you start pulling your paper back and rubbing. That helps release it too. Ta-da! Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Now I'm just going to give it a nice, just to make sure. Oh, that is gorgeous. Love it. Okay, I'm going to take you back to the main screen. Let me turn this around. Wow. What do you think? Isn't that gorgeous? I plan on using the other part of Maze Roses up there into the cabinet. There are 2 shelves I'm going to put in there. But what I want to do right now is I just want to say thank you for joining me. And normally on Thursdays, I go live on YouTube and Creating with Shannon page. Creating with Shannon page is a separate Facebook page that I use for more like crafty things. Pickin' Boots is more for painting, furniture, and the shop. So you can follow me on both if you're interested, or on YouTube. I'm always posting something. But if you have any questions, like I said, on the paint inlays, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you in any way that I can. And I'm sure your local area stockist will help you too. We are going to be scheduling a lot more classes. I now have 2 classroom teachers here at the shop. I'm so excited. And I'm going to be doing all the IOD. I'm going to start with transfers. And we're going to get into the paint inlay, so watch the calendar if you're local. If you are not local and you want to participate, I'll think about if we can somehow get an online option for you. But you know what? You just got to reach out to me and let me know that you're interested. Okay, so you guys just have a fabulous day, and of course, thank you for joining me.